Welcome back, friends, to another Dissidia Final Fantasy Opera Omnium video. Lids87 here, and in today's video, guys, I'm going to be recapping Amidatelion Deuce for the upcoming Amidatelion Lost Chapter to see how worthy they are of your precious tickets and or gems. Now, a few notes that I wanted to bring up before we actually start talking about them is, first and foremost, thank you guys for the very positive feedback you guys have been giving me, especially during the last video when I tried out this new presentation layout. There was likes and dislikes for it. I know that a lot of the newer players weren't too crazy about it because it did omit a lot more of the finer detail about these characters, and more seasoned players absolutely loved it. So bear with me, guys. Again, this is still under construction and I'm still trying to see what works and doesn't work. As me personally, I do like the new direction of the recap versions of my How Worthy Are They videos. All right, friends, so under construction, and as time progresses, I will try to keep both audiences happy. All right, thank you guys for the positive feedbacks. Also, shout outs are due to MateriaBot, to the database, to Anton Labs Reddit page with Leo Bob's translations, as some of those actually, a lot of that actually does transfer over to the global side of the game in terms of what those characters received during those time periods, and to the compendium bot, which actually I just found out they actually revamped the website. So hold on, let me bring it up. Oh, there we go. So yeah, check it out. I'll leave all these links down below in the description. Like, you could put just global only with the JP reworks. You click on some of these and then you click on a character and it gives you all this information on there. All right, guys. You click on an ability, it brings up their abilities. It tells you the buffs. So for Shining Shield, here's the shield itself, with what it gets with the crystal passives. Will of Light. I think these are the character boards. I'm still learning some of these icons. Max Brave up, and if you click like on buffs, it'll tell you all the buffs that character gives. With the call actions, with the burst, with all their additional abilities. I think the shield. I think the one thing I wish it did is it told me on this page who it's granted to, but that's just me being picky. I love it. But you can just click on the actual buff and it takes you to the ability and it tells you what it actually does. All right, guys. So again, all these wonderful links will be down below in the description. All right, friends. So let's go ahead and get started and start talking about the characters for Amidatelion's Lost Chapter. Again, friends, this is all recapped to help keep these videos that much shorter. All right, so Amidatelion is making a comeback in terms of being a debuffer and turn deletion. So Amidatelion has 4 built-in frame debuffs that is going to be Brave Speed, turn rate, and defense down, but it's at a lower potency at 20%. And the fact that these are frame debuffs, you might start running into conflict, especially if you bring other forms of debuffer that absolutely need those slots. Like, one of the probably best examples I could think of is Arciala with the HP attack disable. There's a chance that you could push that off. And I know Sarah has her own debuffs, but she just needs 3 debuffs on the enemies to give your party that brave damage up. So just to give you guys an example of what can or cannot happen, Amidatelion has turn deletions, or enemy wide AoE with their LD ability, and single target with the second ability. With the LD, it's AoE turn deletion with 100% gravity. So if you are fighting some of these bosses that have those stances that reduces the brave damage they receive by 2-1, then Amidatelion can come in very handy there, along with a party-wide massive brave battery. Amidatelion does have party brave regions with skill 2 buff and LD buff. Now, what Amidatelion will be getting here is going to be LD boards. With these LD boards, is going to be more overflows and gain brave. And also with the boards, Amidatelion does receive the buff with the LD that is stackable up to 3. But now this buff will be granted at the start of the quest, so that's one less ability you have to use to gain a stack of this buff. All right, friends. So when it comes to the worthiness of Amidatelion, I'm going to say somewhat worthy of your precious tickets and or gems, because I valued Amidatelion a lot more when they first debuted compared to now. Now we have a little bit more options when it comes to different things that characters can do. Like, we have Cloud Call action that can delay the enemies. We have Ramza that can delay and also initiate a chase sequence while braving your party members. And as I mentioned, that that you might come into conflict when it comes to debuffs on your team compositions, that at that point it's really down to you when putting together your team compositions. But at the same token, where Amidatelion can work, Amidatelion will work beautifully, okay? Because I noticed that there have been some boss fights where I brought up that scenario where the bosses receive that massive brave damage reduction stance. Amidatelion worked beautifully as a call action, or even in co-ops, bringing Amidatelion in to delete the boss or the enemy, the co-op boss's turn, unless you're running with like Terra and Lightnings, just to delay or turn delete the enemy's turn to potentially wipe it out before the boss gets a chance to act. All right, friends, so at this point, I am saying somewhat worthy of Amy right now during Amidatellion's Lost Chapter. When it comes to repeating down the line, Amy has yet to receive anything on the JP side of the game, so that means no LD board revamps or no rework, which I could definitely see Amidatelion getting at a later point in the game. So when it comes to Foresight, we unfortunately don't have it at this moment. Now, the second unit on this banner is going to be Deuce, and Deuce is the one who will be getting an LD weapon. Something that I did fail to mention with Amidatelion, and the same applies to Deuce, is that they will not be receiving a rework, alright? So now Deuce is a magic support type character in this game. Deuce is going to be making a comeback, and Deuce has party attack increases, battery, brave regens, improved overflows, but this attack up, this party stat increases is going to be especially noticeable towards magic type damage because she increases it by 30%. This is even so true with the LD. Now with the LD, you're going to be getting party HP heal. You're going to be getting a new special effect that has party-wide auras. So any buffs granted by Deuce, the durations will be increased by 3. There is going to be even more attacks that increases with even more overflows. And there is going to be brave damage up and 10% HP damage up. That brave damage up is by 30%, but it is locked behind magic brave type damage. HP regen with the new special effect buff, and this is also carried over to the LD call action with the magic attack up in the call. Alright friends, so let's circle back to this brave damage up. Now I would say this is more valuable. You know what? Let's judge her first. Alright, when it comes to worthiness, okay, how worthy is Deuce? I'm going to say a little bit higher than Amidatelion, in between somewhat a pity, but a little bit more closer to the somewhat worthy. Because now we can circle back to that brave damage up because of what we currently have on the global side of the game. I would definitely have valued her a lot more if we did not have Sarah. Because Sarah with the 30% brave damage up, it is not locked behind a specific damage type while Deuce is. Now they both do different things where Sarah is more of a debuffer or a bot. Deuce has brave battery, which Sarah can do. But Deuce has HP healing towards the party, which Sarah does not have. So depending on the situation, you know what, put them on the same damn team. But they could definitely come into play in different situations. All right, friends. So I would say maybe try to get Deuce if you don't have some of these other aura bots like Balthier or Sarah. Or if you don't have maybe Lightning or Paladin Cecil that can also grant your party members brave damage up. All right, friends. So Deuce will go beautifully in magic compositions like Terra, for example, which is currently live, and Terra's burst weapon will be on this actual banner, and Deuce goes very well with her because Terra does not have the capabilities to increase her own brave damage up. With Ultimisia also does not have ways to increase her own brave damage up, so Deuce could pair up beautifully with her. Alright friends, so at this point I would take a look at your own team compositions to see if you guys have some of those aura bots. If you don't, maybe throw some tickets to see if you could grab Deuce for those magic team compositions. Alright friends, so that's where I'm at with Deuce. When it comes to repeating a little bit later down in the future, Deuce actually does come back on Xstats Burst banner, where Vivi will also be on that same banner. So it's going to be Xstats Burst weapon with Vivi LD and Deuce's LD weapon at that point. But at that point, they're going to start dropping off because we're at that much closer to the Lufenia Plus era, which is the Burst Plus era, which we're going to be getting different types of unit at that point. Alright friends, so that is where I am at when it comes to Deuce and her worthiness. Alright friends, so that is it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you guys. Be sure to let me know down below in the comments what you guys are going to be doing for this banner. Me personally, I'm going to be skipping, as I already have, Amidatelion's LD weapon from the debut. And when it comes to Deuce, I already have other units that can do somewhat what she does. I mean, in different team compositions, right? Like, for example, Rude with the healing. Just an example, guys. And Sarah with the Brave damage up. Sure, it's broken up into 2 different units, but I'm just throwing out examples in terms of I already have units that can do that. All right, friends. So, again, friends, thank you guys for the positive feedback when it comes to this revamped How Worthy Are They? As we progress, I will look into ways to help improve this, but I still would love to keep the form of recapping these characters without making these videos too long. All right, friends, so all your wonderful comments down below, and until next time, friends, good luck and have a good one.